Hello everybody, it's Lucas here again with Spiritually Seeking, and I don't remember the last time it was that I made a video. I know that it's been a while, and I just felt like I needed some time to myself to, I guess, think about certain things. But, anywho, today I wanted to talk about the downfalls of having, or drawing, I guess, SSI and Social Security. Now, everybody that's watched my channel or has watched my videos on my channel probably knows that I received both of those, and probably also know, because I've mentioned in some of my other videos about me in my last job, that I was working, and so I'm just going to go into certain things that I've learned in my experience with drawing Social Security and SSI and having, or trying to have a job with that, and a bunch of other things. So, first thing that I wanted to bring up, which is a really big downfall, is the fact that whenever I was not on disability, I was able to draw or receive SNAP food card benefits, and I would literally get, like, I don't know, maybe $180 or $170 every month from food, which really helped me out a lot, because I've noticed something about myself, and that is, like, when I have money, for some reason, like, food hasn't really never been that big of a worry for me. And I didn't really, like, notice that until recently, I guess, but it's been becoming a big problem. Because, like, okay, when you're on disability and you're on SSI, they count that as income. So, therefore, you're not, like, homeless and you have money. So, a homeless person versus someone who's not homeless, or somebody that lives somewhere and just doesn't work, those people, they get top of the line, like first of the line, and they get more for their money. They get more money on their food stamp card, because for whatever reason, Social Security must think, or have it some kind of policy or whatever, believes that just because somebody's on disability and they're able to pay their bills and all this stuff, then they're able to pay for their food too. Well, that's not really necessarily the case all the time, because literally, like, before I moved back here, the place that I was living at before I moved back here, if I wouldn't have been able to get as much food stamps that I was getting when I lived there, in that, like, environment, then I would have been fucked. Like, really, really fucked. because my rent alone, just like the rent, was like 300 or 350 or 325, somewhere around there. I can't remember, but that was just for the rent, and that wasn't including like the electric and the water and the trash and the internet, which I had internet too. So when I lived there, it was really, really hard to live, I guess, and enjoy life. Because one of the reasons was because, like, just being like real short of money whenever I get paid. Because, like, like right when you get paid, that most of it's all gonna be gone anyway. So it's like not even really an excitement anymore. But besides that, excuse me, like I would get food there because I was paying like $350 for rent alone, and then I was paying for the electric, the water, the internet, my truck insurance, and gas, and all that other crap. And remind you that all this was being paid for by me through my benefits. Like, I didn't have any other source of income, which I'm going to talk about that too. But now that I've moved back here, and because the rent here is so cheap, and I don't really pay for my own electricity and my own water and stuff, then they don't really give me that much for my food card anymore, which I kind of find really weird, but I can't do nothing about it. So that's one downfall that I have learned out through my journey. And another one is I find it really annoying that every time I move somewhere, or every time I get a job, or every time I want to do something, I have to like report it to them, and I have like so many days, the time period to do it. I don't like that either. And another thing that I've learned and I don't like is whenever you're on disability and you need to draw out like a loan, you can't fucking do that for some reason. And I don't know why. And I fucking highly think that is fucking unfair. And another issue that I fucking dealt with like here recently is the fact that when you receive both Social Security and SSI, and you fucking get a job, you have to tell them where you work, you have to send in your check stubs, and you also like get, or for me anyways, like I got my whole SSI check taken away from me. So like literally the only source of income that I had was like getting my disability part once a month, which was on the 3rd, and then I would get paid through my job like every other week. So I would only get paid like 3 times a month. And that's another thing that I've just been dealing with, and I've literally like had it to the point to where I've just like come to conclusions, or I've come to a conclusion that it's probably best for me that I don't work, even though it was kind of helping. In the long run, if I was to keep up working the way I was and working so many hours and like stressing myself out in the process, then I feel like if I wouldn't have put it to a stop because of how I was feeling and dealing with it, then I feel like it would have gone too far to the point where I would be fucked and I wouldn't be able to go back to fix it. And I don't want that to happen. So that's another issue too. Trying to think of anything else that I can think of. I can't really think of anything else at the top of my head, guys, but if I think of anything else, I'll make a second clip or whatever video to this video, and I will put in the title linked. I will somehow describe in the title that the video is linked to this video. So in that regards, that's what I have to say about what I have learned about the downfalls of having disability and SSI throughout my journey. If anybody else has any questions, concerns, comments, or has like dealt with the same thing or just wants to talk or whatever, leave me some comments, leave me a message. You can subscribe to my channel if you already haven't done that, but I think that's about all I have right now. But you guys have a good day. See you later.